What up, Frontline fam? It's Jay here, and I'm back once again for another Krypton Season 1 episode review. And this time I'm here to cover Krypton Season 1, Episode 3, The Rankless Initiative. So, as per usual with my TV reviews, I will be recapping the events of the episode, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, do yourself a favor, go back, watch the episode first, then tell me your thoughts and feels in the comments down below. But alright, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so in this episode, we find out that, so last time we discover that Brainiac had sent a drone here to Krypton to try and, scout it out. Now they find the drone, however, the drone is inactive. They also discover how the drone works. It's kind of like John Carpenter's The Thing meets the Borg meets the symbiote, because apparently it possesses a host of the native species. The host basically gets possessed by Brainiac and gets Brainiac-like abilities, and serves as a way of gathering intelligence on the native planet to see if it's worth collecting, and then it sends the information to Brainiac. So basically, first they're testing out, the drone in the fortress, trying to figure out that things are going on, and it's really cool seeing the fortress tech. I really do like that we get more of a look at what this version of the fortress can do, and I like that Val is hologram Val is really involved. I really like that actor, Barristan Selmy from Game of Thrones. He's pretty cool, and again, one of my favorite parts of the show continues to be Adam Strange. Adam, who actually uses his negotiating and smooth talking skills to swipe the Brainiac drone shell from a local black market vendor, who actually buys it off of Rom. And Rom is actually the lady from episode 2 last week that we saw, who was a family friend of the L's, and she and her daughter Oma paid respects to the L's last episode. So we already got a little bit of attachment to her there, and so now later on we discover that Rom is possessed by Brainiac, and it couldn't be at a worse time, because due to pushing from the voice of Rao to discover where exactly Black Zero is, since Black Zero seems to eminently oppose the government, and in particular the voice of Rao. The voice wants to basically wipe them out, and because they know that Black Zero has sympathizers and are hiding among the Rankless, they decide to evacuate and sweep Sector 13 of Kandor, or is it Sector 19? I forget which sector exactly, but the sector where Seg and his friends live. And Lyta is put in charge of this mission. However, Lyta, unlike the others, does not have a hatred for the Rankless. She wants to do this with honor, she wants to do this cleanly, and she wants to do this without taking innocent lives. However, as per usual, I'm pretty sure anyone could have predicted this, things go south, because obviously not all the Sagittarii have Lyta's sense of honor, and one of them shoots an unarmed man because, he was giving her lip, and rightfully so, Lyta arrests her, takes her into custody, and it turns out she's one of the Sagittarii that is on the take of House Vex, so she's working for Darren Vex and Nyssa Vex, so that's interesting. And I like this because it shows that Lyta herself is also a champion for Krypton, but she's working within the system, whereas Seg, Adam, and Cam are working outside of the system by using Val and the Fortress technology. So that's cool. And we see that the Rankless see Lyta's actions, and they do champion her. They see that someone is finally helping them, standing up for them, not treating them just like garbage. So that's awesome. We get to see that Lyta is getting a major push from the Rankless, which may be a good or bad thing if you have seen the preview of next week's episode. And then, when Seg, Adam, and Val discover that Rom is possessed by Brainiac, they decide that they see that she's broken into a communication hub and she's killed a couple of Centauri. So Seg, with no choice, goes to Lita for help and asks for like an EMP grenade so that he can try and disable Rom and try to get her back and to save her. Now, of course, Lita is suspicious because Seg isn't telling her what's going on, and it makes her kind of think that maybe he's working for Black Zero because her mom kind of plants that idea in her head, but he just tells her, you have to trust me on this one. And so she does. She gives him the grenade. She talks to, so he goes and confronts Brainiac-possessed Rom, and, Rom is like, there is no Rom, only Brainiac, the typical Brainiac zombie drone stuff. And then, in typical sci-fi cliche fashion, which I still kind of liked because, like, the vibe and the feel that was given off by the Brainiac-possessed Rom was very, very creepy. I was like, whoa. Hats off to sci-fi for really putting the ambiance in on that scene. I really, really enjoyed that. Especially just the black, voidless Brainiac eyes. Oh my god, that was so cool. But so Seg tries to appeal to her human nature by saying, Oma loves you, and you do anything for her. I know you would. Come back to her. Come back to us. She needs you. And of course, that makes her temporarily snap out of it long enough for Seg to activate the grenade, neutralizing the electronics and neutralizing the Brainiac parasite. Seems a little too easy, but you find out why later on. So, when Lita shows up and she sees the body with the tentacles and stuff, which, by the way, the Brainiac tentacles were such a cool effect. But when she sees the tentacles and stuff, she's like, what the heck is this? We should show the council, we can make them believe now that we have actual physical proof. But Seg knows better. He's like, no, I can't. I have to save her, which is a very L move. And I really like this about Seg. I like that he is hammering home kind of this framework of the picture that we know to be Jorah and Kal-El, which is awesome. And so he takes her to the fortress, and Val is like, he asks Val, the hologram Val, can you be saved, Grandpa? And he's like, I don't know, honestly, because it seems that what Brainiac did to her is actually what's keeping her alive, so I fear that if we reverse it, she might die. And then, Adam's like, well, at least we stopped her before she was able to access her transmitter and upload the information she received to Brainiac. And then Val's like, I'm not actually sure that was her goal. And then Val says, I think she was the transmitter, and the message was already sent. Which makes me think, right, the reason she was in the communication hub, and she was trying to destroy that, was because she's trying to knock out communications so that Krypton will be in disarray when Brainiac does attack. And then in the next shot, once again, we see Brainiac, and oh my god, dude, he looks so cool on this show. I am so excited to see, when he actually comes into play here. They are doing such a good job at building him up. But yeah, I really liked it. There wasn't really much Darren or Nyssa Vex in this one, which I'm fine with, because to be honest, Nyssa kind of interests me, but I don't really care for Darren all that much. But yeah, Lita, all the Lita stuff was great. Love seeing Vex's build up. I love Adam's interactions with everybody. I like that Adam was even asking, Hollow Val to help him fix the Zeta Beam device so that he can try and figure out a way home. But as you know, plot. So that Zeta Beam device won't be fixed for a while there, Adam, because we need you to move the plot forward. But yeah, overall, man, this is a good episode. Krypton continues to surprise me with how good it is. As a sci-fi fan, I really dig it. And as a low-key Superman fan. I wouldn't consider myself as hardcore as, say, Philly Superman J. But man, the Superman fan in me is really also enjoying Krypton as a show. I dig this a lot, you guys. But let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments down below. What are your theories? What do you think Brainiac's, plan for Krypton is? Do you think, do you agree with my theory that like Rom was trying to knock out the communication hub so that she could disable communication around Krypton so that Krypton would be in disarray when Brainiac attacked? Let me know all your thoughts and feels and theories in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to stay tuned for my outro card. And in the outro card, I will leave links to both Frontline's channel, so you can hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. Comic Frontline is your #1 source for news, reviews, and more. And also, if you like what I do here on Frontline, you'll definitely like what I do over on my individual channel, Mr. J's Reviews. I will leave a link to my channel as well in the outro card. And in case you missed any of my previous Krypton Season 1 reviews, I will also leave in the outro card the handy dandy Krypton Season 1 review playlist. So you can check those out in case you missed them. But until next time, guys, this has been Jay from Mr. J's Reviews for Comic Frontline. And like I always say, once a comic geek, always a comic geek. And once a Superman fan, always a Superman fan. May Ra's grace be your shield. Peace.